Attack disruption was built to stop in-progress attacks, and we've expanded it to more sources like AWS, Okta, and Proofpoint, and the list will continue to expand. Modern cyber attacks are complex, coordinated campaigns that can target multiple domains at once. They spread across identities, endpoints, and SaaS apps in minutes, overwhelming analysts with alerts and leaving little time to act. By the time an incident is investigated, the attacker has often already moved on, causing damage and disrupting business continuity. Organizations needed a way to respond and get ahead of these attacks. That's why we built Attack Disruption, Microsoft's AI-driven self-defense that stops in-progress multi-domain attacks, like ransomware, in seconds before they can cause damage. We've expanded Attack Disruption to help protect your entire estate. Signals from across your environment, including identity provider and cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services, AWS, Okta, and Proofpoint, are brought together into a unified protection layer. These signals are correlated into a single attack story, enriched with Microsoft threat intelligence and research, and translated into high-confidence incidents. So, attacks that span identities and cloud resources can be detected, understood, and contained with a centralized view and end-to-end protection. Now we'll go through an example of attack disruption in action on an AWS attack. From the incidents page, we see the first incident with the highest priority score is our AWS attack. Selecting the incident, a side pane opens showing what insights the AI used to prioritize this incident, such as critical assets, disruption kicking in, notable MITRE tactics, and more. Opening the incident page, the incident graph shows that this attack reached the AWS environment and was automatically contained by attack disruption. To better understand what happened, we'll replay the attack story as it unfolded step by step. The first alert in this incident suggests detection of a phishing campaign that was in progress. The next alert shows a sign-in from the phished and potentially compromised account, and a network connection to a new IP address. This raises the likelihood that the attacker has taken over the Jonathan Walcott user account. The next step of the attack story shows the attacker using that Entra ID account's credentials to federate into an AWS admin account, which is also tagged as a critical asset. At this stage, the AWS signals received in Sentinel and correlated with Defender signals result in high-confidence confirmation of compromise, and attack disruption automatically kicks in to contain the attack. It revokes the session token and disables both the compromised Entra ID account and the AWS admin role account used by the attacker. This isn't the end of the story, though. Since the attacker was stopped in their tracks, they tried to pivot by exploiting a backup account they created in AWS. The backdoor account was immediately identified and disabled, cutting the attacker off completely, preventing any further lateral movement or damage. Attack disruption supports your external critical data sources, such as AWS, Okta, and Proofpoint, through Microsoft Sentinel ingestion, enabling real-time detection and automatic containment of cloud and identity threats. To learn more about attack disruption, visit aka.ms/disrupt-ebook. Microsoft Security.